Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 10, Healing by Sheree. And let's go ahead and just jump into it. Before we do, y'all already know what to do. Hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe because I am trying to grow. The YouTube algorithm is crazy, so I definitely need and appreciate all of your help and support. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So we start off by seeing baby Brooklyn at the time. She was only 3, I believe, meeting with Kenya's dad for the first time. Why did it take 3 years? I'm trying to understand. Kenya said, oh, she wasn't even around her own father, let alone mine. Why wasn't she? What does her dad being, the man that he is, have to do with your father? Like, I didn't understand why it took so long, and we just moved on so swiftly. Like, it seemed like Brooklyn hasn't been around a lot of her family, like her siblings, her father. Kenya has a strained relationship with her family members. Where's her aunt who helped raise her? Like, what's going on? I actually want to know more about that than this petty drama they got going on. But let's get back into it. So, Ralph is throwing a brunch for the ladies, and the husbands and others are coming to help serve the housewives. Courtney, yet again, comes over with her co-parents, and I don't know if they're co-parenting grandchildren because their child is fully grown, full-grown adult. Okay. So, Candy didn't recognize Bryce at first, but then she was like, oh, I haven't seen you in 20 years. Kenya immediately recognized him from that FaceTime. What was that song he sung again? It was on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, so the guys are helping the chef prepare the meal. They're sous chefs, if you will. And Candy, while they was cooking, Candy was like, I need an appetizer. And I knew her greedy self was going to say that, but she is me. Because I came over here with an appetite ready to eat, and the food ain't done yet. See, me and Ty should have took separate cars, but okay. So Sheree throws shade at Kenya because she showed up manless again. Girl, your friend boy is MIA as well, so not too much. Marlo showed up with her rent a man though, and Kenya said, "What the f is he wearing?" Kenya, like he was fine. He looked fine. Like, girl, just wanted something to say because you just don't like Marlo, and he called her stray. So Candy said she met him before. Candy met everybody before. So when she said, girl, how do you even remember even meeting all these folks? So Kenya asked Candy about her and Todd's movie, and she was like, where is my offer? And Candy's like, oh, so you're not even going to audition. You just want to offer. And she was like, yeah, I mean, remember I had that one movie 25 years ago? And then she was like, but who's the leading lady anyway? And it was like, Drew. Like, okay, Drew. It's giving main character energy. Check out Drew, the big one, not the little one, okay? So Kenya was looking like, what? Yes, I know Kenya has had, acting roles where she was like an extra for a time or two or a video girl, but Drew is an actual actress. Like, let's give her her credit, please. And they asked Drew. Drew didn't ask them. So Roy FaceTimes Kenya. And she lets the lady say hi. Everybody was saying hi to him. Marlo was like, is that Roy? We went on a date a couple years ago. But she surprisingly wasn't being shady. Because, the man that she's supposed to be dating is there. Let's not forget. So Kenya started being a little shady. Talking about, oh, he ain't want her, this and that. Girl, Marlo had him first. And you're triggered. And it's okay, but baby, play it cool, okay? So Sheree asked Drew if she's paying her chef, and she kind of whispered, and Drew like, what you over there whispering for? What are you saying, huh? And so allegedly the streets was talking, saying Drew is being sued. Drew actually came out and said she's being sued for $1,000 by a supposed chef who's not a real chef in her words. We don't know if it's a real chef or a fake chef, an Instagram chef. We don't really know. But I don't care about that. It's the audacity of Sheree for me personally, because girl, you got a nerve. Where do you even get off talking about somebody not paying? Like, see, nobody was even really worrying about you not paying people anymore until you turn around and you do it to yourself. Because we wasn't thinking about it until you said it. Kenya tells Courtney, because they started laughing about something, and she was like, can you please stop touching me? I don't like when random people touch me either, so I ain't really see nothing wrong. So the ladies fly to beautiful Portugal for their cash trip, aka Sheree's healing trip, which is just the cash trip. And Candy has the BGs, the bubble guts. Even still, with Candy having a stomach issue, she wants to eat as soon as they touch the hotel. Drew felt the need to tell everyone that Ralph is auditioning for Chocolate City in Vegas. For what reason, I don't know. It'd be like no unwarranted. Like she just does it to herself. Like, Drew, why would you tell these ladies this? So I'm just thinking, because she said that it was Rage, the guy she was working with on her video, who said his body wasn't good enough for the video. Ralph's body's not good enough for her music video that nobody's really gonna see, but it's good enough to be a male stripper in Vegas. Okay. So, no one's fighting over rooms. Thank goodness. That is so tired and played. We never liked it. Please, just completely remove it. We never need to see it ever again. Manetta is telling Drew in her room that Africa is south of Portugal. And that's interesting. I didn't know that. I have to get over there to the motherland, okay? Drew said she's only been to South Africa, but not Africa. Girl, the jokes write themselves. So Drew feels a way that Sheree had the nerve to bring up the chef not getting paid. We already knew this was going to be a thing. That's why Sheree brought it up. Kenya goes to Candy's room, Candy BG Burr's room, and she mentions her never-ending divorce. Candy don't want to hear about it. Neither do I, and neither do y'all. We collectively don't want to hear about this divorce no more. So, Kenya claims Roy told her beforehand, ahead of time, that he had went out with Marlo. I don't believe that. I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. I think she asked him about it when she found out that day. He probably confirmed, but I don't think he told her first. But that's just my opinion. So, Kenya said that she wasn't what he was looking for. Marlo was not what Roy was looking for. Who's to say that Marlo just wasn't the one interested in him? And see, that could be the case, but it's eating Kenya up. She getting bothered a little bit. So, in Marlo's room, Sonya said when it came to Martell being in Kenya's DM, like this was a big deal and a big ordeal. Like it caused a whole scene at her husband's birthday party. Yet, when Roy is in Marlo's DM, we gloss on right over that. The math ain't mathin'. Make it make sense. Touche, Sonya. Touche. So Marlo said she been around 10 years and we've only seen her with one man, if that. Okay, I'm gonna get there. And then she said, we seen Kenya with 100 men. And then we see a visual of Kenya with all her different men. Marlo, you were not a housewife until last season. And your nephews, that storyline dried up. That's why you rented a man like Kenya used to do for this season, because you needed a storyline yourself. So you're taking a page out of Kenya's old book and renting a man yourself. See, nobody cared who you was dating before. We was just fine knowing that you was messing with sugar daddies, allegedly. We didn't really care because you was a friend of. And I still don't really care now. But since she here, honey, come with a storyline. So, Marlo, Cassandra was like, I'm leaving. I'm just down the hall, girl. You know, just come over if you need me. And Marlo was like, yeah, if you're going to come over, call first. We don't do pop-ups. And I felt her on that. I do not. Don't pull up on me. Don't just show up. Call me first. Text me. Call me. Beat me if you want to reach me before you arrive at my room. So the ladies go to dinner, and I love all the protective styles. We have a lot of versatility at the table, okay? And the food and drinks arrive, And I don't know how I'm feeling about it. I don't know if I like the way it's looking. I mean, has anybody been to Portugal? If you've been to Portugal and you tasted the food and drink, let me know in the comments what it tastes like. Was it good? I want to know. So, Sheree urges the ladies to mention any gripes and grievances they may be having. Courtney addresses Kenya and says she didn't know they had a problem at first. Now she know. If you don't know, now you know. And she feel like Kenya is a high key mean girl. Kenya has always been a mean girl to the new girls. Always. Like, she can't help herself. So Drew said that touching thing was just one of Kenya's boundaries. Don't touch her, Courtney. Just keep your hands to yourself. I actually agreed with the non-touching though. Like, even if you laughing and you ha ha ha. Because at first Kenya was like, "Oh, you touched me," and at first it was fine, but then it was condescending. Like, girl, what are you talking about? Just say I don't like being touched and leave it alone. Drew also mentions Candy's RBF. I guess just to make it the delivery with the "Don't touch Kenya" a little easier. I don't know how Candy got in this, but okay. Drew mentions her issues with no pay Sheree. And Sheree starts talking over top of Drew loudly when they're in a public place. Sheree said Drew lied on her. And finally, the full cast admits that Drew's right. None of them got any She by Sheen merch. So where was the lie? Stop saying this lady, you're lying about her lying, and it's getting on my nerves. And you keep dragging, like I thought this was over with, and here we go again. So, for everybody ain't lying, Sheree. I just gotta put that out there. Marlo the only one that got all the merch. She don't. She got her hat on, her shirt. She got her She by Sheree mug and glasses, socks. She got it all on. She like, I got mine. You the only one. So we probably giving her some La Archive rented clothing in exchange for that She by Shein merchandise. So Drew said that Sheree can't be accountable, and she can. Cause she like, I'm talking about what you did to me, and I don't like that either. I come to you and saying, hey, you know what? You did X, Y, Z, and that really bothered me, and like that upset me. Well, you did A, B, C. Well, you bothered me first. Well, you also offended me, girl. Now is not your time. You had all the time in the world to say how you felt about it when it was happening. Now you did something to me. I don't like it. I'm bringing it to your attention. Now you want to be talking about your issues. Talk about them some other time, not when I'm telling you mine. Okay. So they was like, let's just put a pin in it because they ain't going nowhere, and Sheree ain't going to admit it. And Kenya tells Sheree she's being a terrible host. Kenya. Too soon. Like, right message, wrong messenger, maybe? Because, girl, you always got something to say about somebody's hosting, but we in the middle of nowhere, and you... Okay, you know what? Drew runs out crying, and they like, can you run behind her? I mean, you are the host this time. I know this is Sheree's first time probably hosting a cast trip ever, as long as she's been on and off the show. But girl, you can't have people running out the first night. But that is where the episode ends. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode down in the comments. Check out my other content, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.